Boy, it's weird. My right ear still gets plugged sometimes. It has since my last cold. So just like, it's really weird. Out of nowhere, I'll like swallow, and then all of a sudden my right ear goes dead. Must just be some built up crud still in my head from the cold. All right, are we at 30 seconds? Yes, and we haven't restarted, so this should go ahead and go. Hey friends, hope y'all guys are doing well out there. Good night from here, morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your time zone. Hey, here we go. Hey Mustafa, how you doing, friend? Good to see ya. Oh, it's actually a little chilly in here, guys. I hooked up my what's it called? Hey, Lady Luck, Tony. I hooked up my heater anyway yesterday. Hey, John. And the dang thing is burned out, right? So, like, it doesn't work. I'm going to have to find another one. I've got one. It's one of those really old ones, too, that I like. Oh, here we go. We got more people coming in. Here's another Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Bren. How you doing? Yvonne Simpson. Hey, Simpson. Felicia. How you doing, Felicia? I always remember Fridays. Remember, it's like, goodbye, Felicia. And then you remember the kids were saying that for a long time back in the day. Yeah. But anyway, my stupid heater went out, and I've got another one. The heater works really well, but the fan is kind of plugged. So I've got to take it apart and fine tune it and everything. However, the heater was made in a time where you could take them apart and fix them when they broke. So it'll probably last the rest of my life. I just need to get, open it up, get some WD-40, that kind of stuff. Boy, I hate this picture. You notice how the lighting is making it really blurry? It's like, should I be seeing tracers right now? Never stop, never change. Hey, hoorah. Hey, how you doing, Never? Charity Co. Hi, Charity. Crazy Crazy Cajun. Yeah, hey, Cajun. How you doing? Bren says, is it starting to get cold there? Yes, at night it is starting to cool off. I wouldn't really call it cold. It's nice, but just sitting in one place, it can get a little bit chilly, And then these campers, that's kind of how they are. They'll like, if it's cold outside, it's going to be cold inside. If it's hot outside, it's going to be hot inside, kind of. Let's see. Running Wild with James. Hey, James. Diesel heaters work good. They're usually around 125 online. That's not a bad idea. I grew up with diesel stoves, and they really do work really well. They're very efficient. Even with the modern cost of heating fuel, I think it would probably be a good idea. I'm going with electric here because where I live, I've moved my trailer to a little trailer court up here, right? And the electricity is included with the monthly rent. So I'm probably going to try and stick with just electric heat this winter if possible. Lixon says, you can shout out my friend Nick. Oh, dude, come on, man. Jump on in here and just be a real person, right? Come on in and make friends and stuff. It's all right. This is a cool place. Robert says, man, I loved watching the TV show. So sorry about your dad. Hope you're good, Matt. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Yes, I'm actually doing rather well. Life always has its ups and downs, and I'm like... I'm one of those guys that I always struggle a little bit, not like up here or in here. It's just the fight of life kind of is never really easy. However, it makes it interesting, and y'all guys know it gives us a lot to talk about, right? So I'm doing well. I really am, just trying to do the next right things, really, Stacy, hi Stacy. Hope you good, mate. Absolutely, Stacy. I'm doing well. I hope for you the same. Mint Beastwood. Hey, that's an awesome name. Very cool. Dropping in to say hello and hit that like. Matt, big ups. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. I love your name. Honestly, that's really good. Charity Co. Hi, Charity. You're not blurry to me. Oh, cool. That must just be my monitor or my phone isn't doing the picture on my phone is just wrong. That's awesome, Charity. Thank you. She says, I love your entire family. It did start with the Alaskan Bush people, I must say, but each of your different things in here are my favorite. You are real. Thank you, Charity. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for enjoying everything. Mustang guy, how you doing, Mustang? Aren't you rich from the show Alaskan Bush People? No. I lost all the royalties and rights and everything, as well as all of my paychecks and everything. Pretty much it was the recourse of getting sober and getting my life on track, or trying to become independent at the same time. It's a very, very long story. One of these days, if I can afford a good lawyer, I'll be able to get those rights and everything back. As it stands, I just pay the bills with what I do here on YouTube, and then odd jobs. I do like handyman stuff, painting, lawn care, stuff like that. And then here on YouTube, making survival videos and adventure videos and stuff like that. Are you ever coming over to the UK? Asks Never Stop, Never Change. One of these days, yes. It's going to start with a road trip that I'm going to take here pretty soon. I'm going to tour around America a little bit. Go to places I've never gone, but always wanted to see, and then after that, as kind of a test run, then I intend to jump the pond and go kick it on the other side of the ocean, see what things are like over there. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Bren, I just love you. You're an awesome person. Thank you, Bren. You're awesome. You rock. Darth Vader, hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, right on, man. I'm glad you're here. Jenny, hey Jenny, how you doing? Jenny from Down Under, guys. Felicia says, love y'all, one wave at a time. Love y'all. Hoorah, Felicia. That's so cool that you've been able to read that. That was my dad's autobiography, guys. It was called One Wave at a Time. Charity says it's 3:56 a.m. here. What time is it to you? It is almost 1 o'clock. It is 12:59 right now. I'm not going to stay on long. I figured I'd just stay on for about 10 minutes or so. I took some sleep aids a few minutes ago, right before I clicked on. So as soon as I feel them coming on, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. I'm trying to get up a little bit earlier. I'm going to skip down to the bottom here, guys, so I can be current with you. Yeah, I need to get on a bit of an earlier schedule here for the next, maybe couple weeks. Try and get back on my feet and everything. I'm being a little bit more independent now, which also comes with a little bit more responsibility. Now, as things start to get cold and we start getting into the winter months again, I will return to my, nighttime or early morning schedule, because that's where I find people out on the street. Most of y'all guys know, during the winter when it gets really cold, I walk around at night and in the early morning looking for people who don't have homes and who can't go to sleep because it's really cold. And then I give them cold weather gear and stuff, or food if possible. I do the food thing pretty much year round. I always carry some soup or some Spam or something like that in my backpack. And it keeps me going forward. It's what makes me happy, is being able to help other people. It also makes my life really interesting, because instead of sitting just being bored, I get to go out. There's a hint of danger. There's a hint of intrigue. It's very I'm a comic book movie guy, right? So I can kind of see everything I do through the lens of a gritty movie, or through the pages of a stylized comic book, and it's what I like to do. There's a little thing that we say in recovery, and that's that in order to keep it, we have to give it away. And what that means is just being actively involved in other people's lives and stuff. And it's something that I really like to do. Miss Stephanie says, oh, cool, Max, love the UK. I think I'll totally love the UK. I really do. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Guitar Freak. Hey, Guitar, it's been a few minutes. How are you doing? Oh, pardon me. Okay, then. Okay. Love the saying, says Darth. Thank you, Darth. Yeah, it's an important saying. I find that a lot of, I was talking the other day about maxims and stuff, and for me, a lot of those little sayings I know really help enrich my life. They kind of they explain a lot with very few words. And y'all, as y'all guys know, I take a lot of words to explain very little things, if that makes any sense. Something I'm working on is trying to cut down on how much I have to say about something, because I find that can get confusing. Katie, hey Katie, how are you doing? Katie says, have you ever thought about growing a curly mullet again? Yeah, no, Katie. No, this is me until the day I die. Yeah, I would look like Doc Brown if I grew my curly hair back out. It really would not be very attractive. And I'm not really old enough yet to look like an old man. This started happening at 27 is what happened, And so if it gets long and stuff, I just look like a really old dude. Keeping it short like this, I just look like a guy who doesn't know that, bleaching your hair isn't in style anymore. I get that sometimes. People are like, why do you do that to your hair? And I'm like, I didn't do that to my hair. It just did it to itself, right? So, yeah, no more curls for me. Maybe in the old folks home, once I'm 80, maybe. But then I'll still look like Doc Brown. I mean, my last name is Brown. Imagine if between now and then I actually get a doctorate in psychology or something, right? It would be so weird. It would be really, really weird. Yeah. What's this? Darth. Appreciate you, bro. Guys, Darth threw in $10 for the cause. Y'all really have helped support this channel in ways that I would have crashed a long time ago if it weren't for the recent help that y'all have been giving me. And that's no BS. Sometimes when life gets complicated or stressful, see, I'm never really stressed with my own stuff. I keep a pretty good track on myself, right? And I don't really get overextended with the projects and stuff that I do. However, every now and then, life itself will throw something out that I don't see coming, and it can kind of once it gets into my head and stuff, I have to figure it out, and lots of times the work I can do here on YouTube falls at the wayside. As y'all have noticed, it's been 15 days or so, I think. Well, maybe less, but it's been a long time since I've done any work on an actual video. And so y'all's help like this has really helped the channel. And I was trying to remind somebody earlier today who says that I'm trying to do too much for others and stuff. I take part of this fund and I don't use it for me. I use it for that helping others thing. So it's just really helps keep the channel on track, keep me in the place in the world where I want to be, right? And where my life's calling is and everything. And so thank you, Vader. I think it's weird that Vader and let me get you a heart and a thumbs up. He goes, support for you. Hoorah, Vader, hoorah. I think it's interesting how in the movie, right, Vader was the bad guy, right? But in here, every time I see Vader come on, I'm like, it's Darth frickin' Vader, man, right on. Yeah. And so for me, it's kind of like having Darth Vader working for the good guys. In that one, I forget which one it was one of the newer Star Wars movies, where the ships are attacking each other and stuff, and then it's dark and everything, and all you hear is Darth Vader's breathing, and then all of a sudden his lightsaber comes on, right? And it's but you're on the good guy's side, right? We're on the good guy's side, I should say, right? Hoorah, Darth. Appreciate you, brother. Now let me drop back down, guys. That took me way up again. Y'all are outrunning me, and I'm starting to feel my nighttime meds kick in after only 14 minutes. Oh my God, I'm a lightweight. What happened? Used to I was the guy that would close out the party on the roof after everybody else was passed out, right? Now it's one little shot of night medicine, and I'm like, ugh. All right, Nick. Hey, Nick Hobbs in the house, guys. Where'd you go, Nick? Come on back here. Matt, you're a hope dealer. That is a cool name. I love everything that you do for your humanity in the community. Thank you, Nick. I don't always do everything right. It's hard to find what right is, I just try I give maximum effort to continue forward. You know what I mean? If we're trying to make things better, it's really hard to make things worse. You know what I mean? If we do things carelessly, we can make things worse no matter what our intentions are. You know, like that saying, the highway to hell is paved with the best of intentions. That's why I spend so much time really trying to think before doing and everything. I love that that saying, hope dealer. That is really cool, Nick. I appreciate you. Erica is in the house. Hey, Erica, it's so good to see you. She says, less is more. I see you. I see you, Erica. Thanks for being here. Big shout out. You do a really great job here on this channel as moderator and helping us and everything here. And that's in the face of your own things that you have to take care of and your own struggles in your world. And at the same time, you have a really cool channel of your own that I think you put a lot of special like love and interest into. I just wish that because of our time differences, I was able to join your lives more often. It was neat when I was able to make it to that time. Sorry, guys, now I have a cough. I have been trying to cut down on my smoking lately, just because I find I've been stressed here past couple months, and I really have been smoking too much. It's like I'm not trying to quit or anything. I would really like to get back to a manageable level, though. Jules says, I think that was a legit question. The person that said, what's this about? Every time you take somebody or block him, it doesn't do good for his algorithm. Okay, Jules, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay, if somebody asked what this is about, this is this right here is just a catch-up video. What I do a lot of adventure videos where I take people out into the forest and stuff, and we just have adventures, and like we do campfires and like wildlife survival and stuff. When I do lives like this, it's basically a spot where a bunch of my friends here and viewers, my friends are my viewers too, get together and we talk to each other and we just share about our day and random thoughts and stuff. There's no real point to it a lot of times. I just talk about things that I've realized or things that I've been thinking about, and then we talk here in the chat a lot of times. Y'all guys will bring up subjects and everything, and we'll talk about that a little bit. I'm going to drop back down to the bottom. Hey, Jenny. Jenny says, Matt, I'm glad to be back. I missed you and everyone else here. Right on, Jenny. We're glad to have you back. Like I always say, whenever anybody steps away for a little while, we all just figure that you're taking care of what you have to take care of there in your world, and then you'll be back when you get it taken care of, you know, which is a lot of what I do here too. That's why sometimes it'll be 3-4 days before y'all hear from me, you know. It doesn't mean that what I'm taking care of is bad. It simply means that I'm taking care of something, and I'll be back when I'm done with it, you know. I'm going to scroll back up. Elise Fio says, we will get old. You're looking good anyway. Yeah, I know, right? Nobody gets out of life alive is what I remind people. Yeah. Okay, Vader's talking to Nick. Stacy, hope you sleep well, Matt. I think I will, Stacy. I'm hoping so too. Okay. What's this? Oh, cool. My other brother just went live on his channel. That's kind of neat. That's my brother Bear. He's a good guy. He's one of the good ones. Okay, guys, it looks like comments have stopped coming in here. So I'm down here current. Erica says, we miss you, Jenny. How's your mom? I'm not sure if maybe y'all guys just aren't talking, or if there might be something wrong with my chat. Normally it never shuts down like this. If y'all guys are still out there, could you give me a wave or a thumbs up or something? Let me know that we're still broadcasting. Okay, guys, it looks like we might be having technical difficulties. Uh-huh. Let me check. Well, I shouldn't have. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I have cell signal. Okay, guys, this might be the end of the stream, I guess. Because nothing's coming in now. I'm going to scroll back up and then drop to the bottom again. No, nothing. Let's see. How would I... Can I go back and then come back in? Okay, I might just call it a night, I guess. That's weird. I don't like it when weird stuff happens on my phone. Bradley. Yeah, I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream and I might start one back up because something's definitely weird here. It's just there's nothing in the chat anymore. Okay, let's see. Words of wisdom, or at least a thought from Matt. Life isn't easy sometimes, and no matter how diligently we try and make things work, no matter what actually happens in life and stuff, sometimes things can just get harder. And for me, I find that when that happens, instead of just sitting there worrying about it or thinking about what happened to get where I am, what I try as hard as I can to do is realize that that's how my mind wants to work. It wants to sit there and think of all the things that happened or why it is where it is. And it's difficult sometimes to get out of that, accept the where it is and move forward into something else, if that makes any sense. All right, never give up, never surrender. I hope y'all guys are doing well. Bye.